Today, I wanted to tell a story about honey jars. For those of you who don't know what that is, basically, it is a ritual that is done using a jar filled with honey and other items to attract certain things to you. I believe that this ritual can be done for other purposes, but I'm no expert in honey jars, so I can't tell you for sure how they work. I'm just telling you my firsthand experience about what happened after one was done on my behalf. If you're new here, my name is Tiffany, and this is my new YouTube channel called Growing Up Shaman, where I tell true stories about non-ordinary reality from the perspective of a shaman. Now, this story happened about 7 years ago. I was living here in Bastrop, and I had been a shamanic practitioner, a practicing shamanic practitioner for a good 5 years, or maybe 3 or 4 by this time. And so I had been doing healings and blessings regularly. But there was this one house where I actually had a negative entity that became attached to me. It was very unhappy with what I was doing at that house, trying to get rid of it, and decided it was going to attack me. And so anytime I tried to access the spiritual world, it would show up and basically not allow me to do anything, not even pray. And so when I told my girlfriend about these issues that I was having, about how I couldn't do healings anymore because I was afraid of this entity, she decided she was going to help me. And she thought by doing this honey jar that it would protect me. I did not have as much faith in this honey jar. I did not know what one was, and I begged her not to help me. I begged her not to get involved. I told her that the people who had gotten involved that were trying to help me ended up getting hurt themselves, and to basically, please do not do this. But she did not listen to me. She wanted to do it anyways. So I couldn't stop her. And she ended up coming over to my house with a jar of honey and asked me to fill it with herbs. And me being a shamanic practitioner, I actually had access to a lot of herbs. And so I started filling up this honey jar with herbs, and she took this jar, she sealed it with the aluminum lid, and took it home and supposedly did the ritual over a 30-day period. And essentially that involves, I guess, doing prayers and lighting candles over the jar for that specific amount of time. So she comes back to my house, a month later, and she says that we have to bury it on the property and that we were going to say some words. So that's what we did. We buried it, and we essentially said a prayer over it afterwards. And I remember feeling like it worked, because we felt like a huge energy rush through our bodies during the last prayer over it. And so feeling satisfied that we had done what we had set out to do, we decided we were going to go out to eat to this restaurant that was just like 5 minutes from my house. And so we go out to eat, and afterwards we leave in separate cars. She goes to her house, and I end up going to my home. And then when I got home, as soon as I opened up my car door, I smelled what smelled like a million candles burning. It smelled like every single inch of my property had a candle burning on it. And the smell was so incredibly strong. I called my girlfriend right away, and I told her, what I was experiencing. It was just constantly smelling like candles. And I went all over the property to see if the smell was just on the front of the property, but nope, it was everywhere. It was on the side of the property, in the back. But it wasn't inside the home. When I went inside the house, it smelled normal, and as soon as I'd open the door, you could smell it. So, like I said, I told my girlfriend, and she was like telling me to check the jar to make sure that nothing was burning. And I'm like, obviously there's nothing burning. There was nothing burning when we put it in there, but I ended up digging it up to see if it was burning. It wasn't. It was just what I believed to be a spiritual smell that I was smelling. And yeah, the activity in the house didn't stop. It did get better, but I won't say that it stopped completely. I actually ended up having to get a different healer to come over and do a healing on me in order to get rid of it. And I had told him too that I did not want him to try, but he was like, "Oh no, I specialize in this and I can take care of this. Don't you worry. You let me worry about this." And I was like, "Okay, if you say so." So I let him do that ritual on me, and it worked. It worked. And I told a story about that healing on a different video. So if you want to hear more details about that specific healing, you can just look up the video entitled Father Time. And it talks a little bit more about that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you have more information on honey jars, and please leave a comment below, because I'm not very educated on honey jars. I'm not a witch, and I've never done one before. I just have experience with that one jar. So just wanted to share my story. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell if you want to get notified every time I post a video. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.